Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I want to take some time to show you guys some progress and some other stuff. I'll show you. But this here is one of my Rex Begonia propagations. It was a water prop that I put into the acrylic as usual. And as you can see, its leaves are now maturing, getting the nice color that they're supposed to. Beautiful. This is a Rex salsa, and it is beautiful. It's got a lot of gray, almost like teardrop shaped patterns. And then the center, the base in the middle of the leaf is like a burgundy maroon almost. And then there's green on the outside, and then the burgundy all the way edging on the outside. Really pretty, doing really well. What I wanted to show you is, obviously it's doing great in the acrylic yarn, like just about all of my Rex Begonias. But it's growing so fast that it's kind of flopping around. You can see the rhizome has grown in a different direction, I guess because the light was coming from this way. So what I'm gonna have to do is just turn it so that it starts to grow this way. But what I also can do if I wanted to, which I don't think I'm gonna do, is tuck in the rhizome underneath some of the yarn so that it roots itself into there. I could do that. I don't really think I want to. What I'm thinking is it would be kind of cool if this one grows like a trailing plant, because as you know, Rex begonias are rhizomatous, and other rhizomatous begonias grow in a similar fashion that are non-Rex. But usually, you know, it stays contained within the pot, but because this one's growing so quickly and it's getting lots of nutrients, lots of light, I'm gonna see what happens if it kind of grows and trails a little bit, see if it even works. It may snap because a lot of these rhizomes and stems are kind of brittle, but it'll be fun to watch and see what happens. Of course, if it snaps, I will just propagate it, because why wouldn't I? Anyway, so yeah, really, really cool. This has been in here for a few months. It could have been the beginning of this year, 2022, maybe a little after, I don't even know, but it started out as a single leaf in water, grew a little baby plant off the base of the petiole of the leaf stem, the bottom where the roots were, tucked it into some yarn, and ta-da, here we go. Very fast growing when in a good environment like this. So as you can see, it's doing great. Another success story. I just love this method of growing my Rex Begonias. Anyway, that is this one. The next thing I'm going to show you is I had received, and this was a gift with an order that I had gotten, a cutting, small cutting of Begonia Thelmae. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I didn't know what to do with it, and I was so paranoid about putting anything in soil, because, especially any type of begonia, unless it's an angel wing begonias are so easy and forgiving, I don't really worry about them too much. But anything that's not specifically an angel wing cane begonia, I worry about it. So I took the cutting and I said, let's just see what happens. I stuck it in some yarn, and of course it rooted in. So exciting. And it's grown a lot. It was about this big, I'd say, when I first got it, excuse me. And it grew this much in the yarn. And the colors are really nice and vivid. And there was also a little sprout. I can't remember where it was coming out of, probably closer to the base, that when I was moving it the other day, I moved it to under a different light, because I have them under LEDs, it popped off. I was a little bit rough with it, trying to find a spot to snug it into. It popped off, so I took it and I said, well, if this one did that well, let me put that one in its own yarn. And sure enough, it has rooted in and it started to grow. You can see there's that growth point at the tip. It's got new growth, and it never wilted. It just kind of, it stayed snug. It was right up against the top of the acrylic, but it started to grow. So I know that it rooted. I don't think I can see any roots yet, but I'm not worried because it started growing. And usually when a plant starts growing after you propagate it, that means it has some type of an established root system. So we have cutting off of a cutting. That I could even take a cutting off of this again and make another one. These plants grow pretty fast. I had no idea that Thelmae grew this quickly. But yeah, so very, very cool trailing type. Or at least weeping. I don't know if it is considered a trailing. I'd have to do more research. Again, I didn't order this. It was just a free gift, and I really appreciate the gift because so far I got 2 plants out of it in just a couple months, and I will get more. So yes, again, acrylic yarn, my savior. And just for clarity, I don't just propagate my plants in this anymore. I grow them long term, especially any type of begonias. Any begonias that I put into acrylic yarn or even nylon or polyester yarn, I tend to like acrylic, 100% acrylic. It has not done me wrong. It wicks really well. It just works. It seems to work better for me. So they're very similar, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I tend to, when I see 100% acrylic, I'm like, mine, and I snatch it. So I grow these now long-term in this setup. I do not remove them. If I'm going to remove them or repot them, I'll repot them into more acrylic yarn. I won't transplant them into something completely different. This has been the only, I don't want to say 100% success, but the only successful way I can grow these begonias in this environment for some reason. Again, I have some Rex begonias that I had gotten that were in soil. I kept them in soil. They're doing okay. I can't seem to propagate them in soil. I can propagate them in sphagnum moss. Even perlite has been giving me an issue. I don't know if there's a chemical or something that leaches out of the perlite. I don't know. I have no idea. But this works perfectly well for me. The plants grow quickly as long as you give them some nutrients and keep the acrylic damp. There is no problem at all. And yeah, the proof is in the pudding. I can't get over how quickly this one rooted. Anyway, that is all I wanted to show you guys. Just some props that are going to stay long term in their acrylic homes. God, I love these plants so much. If you have any questions on acrylic growing, on self-watering containers with acrylic yarn medium, how I propagate my leaves in water culture and then transfer, anything like that. Even if you want some tips on how to transfer from water culture to soil, I will definitely give you tips. I don't like to do it because I do not like using soil because it stresses me out too much. I really get stressed. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't sleep at night. All right, maybe not that bad, but I definitely do not like it. And with this, I don't have to worry at all. I just keep this damp, maybe leave a little layer down here of water nutrient solution, and they do absolutely fine, as you can see. So yeah, any questions, reach out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video.